Boswelia capsules, unbelievable results that are great. Okay? So it's a very, very interesting and powerful remedy, as you will see. And there's the tree. The best comes from Yemen, some parts of Saudi Arabia, and all this. And that's the tree. They go up. I don't know if I have a film on that, but they go up and they scrape the heart. And this gummy resin comes out. I just have to say one word, one sentence. More valuable than gold. And I said, why? Why? For thousands of years, more valuable than gold. For its healing properties. If a family didn't have frankincense in there, they were considered deprived of one of the most precious things. Okay? The whole silk trade route, the whole history of Europe and Asia and all that, frankincense. More valuable than gold. Never been, we polka dots. Never been polka dots, never used. So if I'm looking for remedies of polka dots, I don't see the most thing. What's another one? What's the most expensive spice in the world? Saffron. More valuable than gold. Saffron. And I say, why? So they're all in the world. Sandalwood oil. Really, I mean, we're talking in holy books, the stuff is so powerful. Every church, temple, and mosque, all of you, and the Hindus, all use frankincense. Okay? You walk in there, and it immediately puts you in a mood. Right?
If you had asked me 2 years ago what I thought about essential oils, I would have told you that you were crazy to say that you could use essential oils for illnesses, for medicine, until I had an experience with Lacey, who is my niece. She was 2 years old at the time. This was about 2 years ago, and she started having seizures. Within about 3 days, she was having about 8 to 12 seizures a day, even more sometimes. My sister and her husband were afraid to let her even sleep alone at night, so they had to have her sleep in their bed every single night because they wanted to be there in case she started to seize. So it was very scary. It was very sad. If I were watching Lacey, my sister would call periodically, very worried about her the whole time, trying to make sure I'd given her the medication on time, making sure I was watching her, making sure that she was in somebody's care every moment. So my sister couldn't even relax because she was constantly worried about Lacey. Her doctor sent her up to a specialized children's hospital, and she was up there living there for a couple of weeks while the doctors did all of the testing that you can imagine that they would do. And watching your daughter in the hospital look at all those machines was hard for my sister and their family. And it was hard for us to see what they were going through. So they tried the different medications with Lacey. And over the next several months, the doctors would change the doses and try different combinations until it got to the point where Lacey was on the largest doses of all the medications they can give a 2-year-old. And at this point, Lacey was having side effects from these medicines. For example, one of the medicines made her behave as if she was totally drunk. She couldn't walk in a straight line. She would fall down. I can remember we were at a family get-together, and all the kids were running around in the yard, and she kept falling down. And you could see she was getting so frustrated. She was so mad that she couldn't run and play with the other kids. So it's very hard to see. After several months of this, a friend of my sister's told her, you should try frankincense oil. And I thought it was crazy. I thought it was ridiculous. And I thought, give me a break. But they did try it. And as you can imagine, when you're dealing with something like that with your child, you're willing to try just about anything, especially if you know it's not going to hurt them. So they tried the frankincense oil. They applied it to the bottoms of her feet, which I thought was really weird. And it almost immediately stopped the seizures. She went down to, I believe, about 2 or 3 seizures a week instead of 8 to 12 a day. and I could not believe it. Today, Lacey is a happy, healthy little girl. She runs around with her friends, with her brothers and sisters, just like she used to before she started having the seizures. She can speak again because with the medication that she was using before, her speech became slurred and she couldn't talk appropriately, so it was very difficult to understand her. And so now she can talk and play and run around. She goes to school. She is able to do anything that she wants to do now. Once I went through that experience with Lacey, I wanted to use the essential oils for my family. And I decided, okay, we will use the essential oils first before we try anything else, and we'll see if they work. And if they work, great. And if they don't, then we can use our regular medicine, over-the-counter medicine that we always use. So that's what we did. And it has been 2 years since that time, and not once have we ever had to use medication from the doctor or over the counter, except in the case of surgery.
One drop, immediately, acute, okay?
Hi friends, today I have something exciting to share with you. In the month of April 2011, I noticed a lump starting to grow near my throat. It was aggressive, and by the month of December, it was as big as a ping pong ball. We made a biopsy on the growth and found out it was cancerous. It had follicular lymphatic cells in it. The doctor referred me to a cancer clinic. While I was waiting, in the month of April 2012, I met a lady who told me about a man who healed himself of cancerous tumors by taking sacred frankincense oil. I started taking it internally. When I did that, at first the growth started to appear less aggressive, even though it didn't shrink in size. After continuing it for a little more than 2 months, the lump started to shrink noticeably, and now in the beginning of October, it is almost gone. I am so thankful to God that I found something that really helped me, and I thought I should share it with you. God bless you.
So those cases got my attention. Jude, you want to tell a case? No, come up. No, stand. So we've been using it on everything. We don't travel without it. Or just say.
All right, well, I'm on the radio. I have a little radio show, and people call in and ask me questions. And one of the questions was, my cousin has been on antibiotics for 3 weeks for a spider bite, and nothing is working. Do you have any suggestions? And I said, well, if I was you, I would try frankincense. And the gentleman went into the health food store, didn't buy any special frankincense, whatever was there. And in 1 week's time, the spider bite healed. So it was way more effective than 3 weeks of antibiotics on the spider bite.
Internally?
No, he put it right on the spider bite. Yeah.
Is it safe to use internally?
Yeah, this guy with the cancer is internal. The child is external. The dose? Drops.
Drops.
1 drop.
Yeah.
1 to 2 drops.
Do you add it to oil to oil it down? Or
You can, yes.
I would definitely do that for children.
Yeah, definitely for children. I don't think they did. They often just put a drop in their hand and they rub their feet.
Yeah. And there are certain times I would take internal, but I would do my homework on it.
Yeah. But you're talking 1 or 2 drops in some water and you drink it. More valuable than gold. They didn't care what the problem was. Now, everything that happens to us, we try to make it first. Right?
Right.
Itching, mosquito bite, anything, they have a frankincense. I think I used it once or twice. Itching, bites, stings, the first aid, all the way to cancer. Epilepsy, everything. Yes. Specify how to, someone to show you what you practice. For someone to read themselves. Do you think it will work differently? Only if you try. So the question, he was saying if someone has a real aggressive disease and a lot of things like that, you can't work. I said we have to try. If there's a big open sore, I haven't read or known diluting and putting that, I would take it internally. Okay, or dilute it to another oil. Not some, I wouldn't put oil in it, but diluted water and apply it. But you don't know until you try. This has been our attitude, so it's almost worked on everything. I have a sore throat going on, worked for that, a headache, you know, cuts and bruises, just about everything.
Fever sores.
Cold sore coming out, put one thing on there, cold sore shrunk within hours. Cold sores, herpes.
Headaches, you rub it on or you take it?
Yeah, I put some on, I took one drop for my third eye before I came. Emphysema. This is my point with this. Now I'm going to go through some stuff historically, but just be aware that this is like a rescue remedy. Okay? Well, I've seen rescue remedies cure cancer ever. So it's a rescue remedy, and then it's this really deep, powerful, sacred, spiritual, something energy that's in there that all the religions and holy people on the earth recognize. And you don't have to take it. You can take it internally, you can take it externally, or you can smell it. Have a therapy for breathing and stuff like that. Yes. I haven't tried it. Yeah.
How about insomnia? Would it be good for
Yes. Yeah, we'll get into some stuff now. Yeah, it depends on the case. Sure. Baby Jesus, frankincense, myrrh, and what was the third? They're all equal. Frankincense there. And I love myrrh too. Cures all kinds of things, especially in the mouth and all that. Myrrh is a close second to frankincense. Some others you can get frankincense and myrrh, but it's everywhere on the planet and all that. So right here, it's a resin from the trunks. It's a holy anointing oil in almost every religion. Okay? It's used for newborn kings, priests, brought to the Christ child, and this person feels that it helps reprogram the cells, whatever that means. Typhoid, allergies, herpes, tonsillitis, head injuries, they give drop doses internally. Okay? Depression and even cancer. Research shows that it lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, by 40% just by smelling it. People. So we potentize this. Denise potentiized this?
This is the one that is silly.
Oh yeah. Everyone's in the church class.
It's so silly, we couldn't stop that.
So that's it. It's a mood elevator too. Elevator? Yeah. Mood lifter. Mood lifter. Okay? People use frankincense to cure just about anything. From gout to anything. Okay? So I have in my book, you can buy the oil, or you buy the resin, or you can buy incense sticks. Most of the incense sticks are sold out here with other stuff. You just put enough frankincense in there so you can smell it. Unless you make your own. But I have a jar I've had for 30 years of just all the actual resin in the ball. So you want to add some of that. Okay? And you can make paste with that, you can powder it, you can do all this stuff. So they take a whole pound of this and kilos of this and squeeze out a few drops of the oil. More precious than gold. Okay.
So if you're taking it internally, you can give one drop twice a day for another day?
And then how the person reacts determines what to do next. You never know. But that's how potent it is. 10, 15 drops is unheard. Even pepper oil, unheard. You couldn't take 10 drops of pepper oil straight. Even one, I knew I was going to be a doctor since I was age 10 or 12. And so I'm a teenager in Michigan, you know, in the ghetto, in the streets. And I started treating people with vitamin C, getting them off their drugs and all that. And one thing I found, and they said, "Fine, you could." I'd go in the store and I said, "Well, what's this?" They said, "Menthol crystal." I said, "Oh." So I wouldn't. Anybody ever taken that? Pure menthol. You take a little pinch like that, and it's like 5 times stronger than wasabi. Cleared your head and mind. So I have to give it all my friends. Here, try this. And I was thinking in herbal remedies. They say, whoa. Okay. Frankincense and myrrh have been valued for thousands of years because of their many medicinal benefits. Many universal remedies. Universal remedies. Associated with divine healing powers. Considered war, precious, and good. Now it's not, but it's still expensive. So I searched through history and I came up all the stuff that has been known to cure. I mean, you can look at the black type thing, but it's pretty much a panacea for a lot of general things. Okay, a big one, they're selling it now as arthritis. It's been studied in labs, pharmaceutical companies, universities, and they call it Boswelia. You can buy it in most health stores. All bites and stings and stuff like that. Okay, a lot of lung things. They would inhale it. Brain fog. It clears your mind and lifts your mood and that. And you know, when you walk in a temple or a church or mosque or anything like that, and you smell that, it's like you get this quiet, meditative state. Okay. And they walk around with it, right? The thing, and they're slinging it, purifying the air. You want to clean your house of bad energy, you move into a new house, clean your house with sage or frankincense. And you clear the house with energy. Okay?
You should highlight the wrinkles.
Oh, we're getting to that. More than you know. Okay, so a lot of lung things, infections, insect bites, and it's also a remedy for poison. And that's another reason it was so valuable. So all the royalty would always have it nearby in case they got poisoned with it. And of course, I haven't tried it with any of this other stuff. But now you have two what I call super products. They're super because they're so diverse. Okay, charcoal, frankincense.
Is it okay to apply pregnancy? Sorry. Is it okay to apply to someone in pregnancy?
Yeah, as far as I know.
So there's not.
But have a good reason and have a way to judge it if they need it. So yeah, it's not routine. But if they're sick or something like that, yeah, try it. Yes.
Can you use it for low blood pressure?
For what? Low or high, either one. Yep. It's also a stress tonic. So I mean the mood elevator, the meditative feeling of it. It's a stress tonic. So a lot of stuff is coming up. Okay. Inflammation in general, anywhere in the body, is anti-inflammatory. Again, with the arthritis, joint pain. You can dip it a drop or two in olive oil, grapeseed oil, or if you can go for coconut oil, and then you have the patient rub it right on their joints. Okay? If it's really painful, they can put it on direct. So it smells pretty strong. Okay? Let's see what else. Poisoning, respiratory problems, or arthritis symptoms, and psoriasis and skin things, and that nothing's going away. Psoriasis is really bad, especially when you have no symptoms there. No modalities, nothing, just dry and cracked. And you tried calcarea, you tried, graphites, you tried all that, nothing works. Okay? And then taking this applying frankincense, diluting it, applying it, see if it helps. So it just goes on and on, wounds and wrinkles. So it looks like in the past they did put it right in open wounds. But I haven't confirmed that. Even hormonal problems, loss of speech, headache, gonorrhea, and stuff. So now to the repertory, anytime you go to a topic, the frankincense is there, then all those topics that are spread out through the repertory. So you can, and it will lead you to frankincense. Okay? So it's antiseptic, disinfectant, Okay? You can fumigate your houses and rooms and things with it. You can dilute it in water and spray it on things. This type of thing. Yep, apply to wounds. And internal wounds. These are old graphs about it here. And there it is. Every house had a little frankincense burner. Okay. And this, I love this. Everybody had this in their home. The most precious gift you could give was these little boxes. There should be a museum somewhere of these unbelievable boxes. Some are jeweled and gold studded, only for holy, the most precious thing in their house was the frankincense. The most highest gift you could give somebody was frankincense. Okay. So arthritis, osteoarthritis, gout, rheumatoid arthritis. This tree resin is good for inflammation, internal, external, and that's been confirmed in research. Drop doses applied internally or externally.
So acne, could you do it internally?
How?
Acne,
Acne, yes.
rather than rub it on the face.
Yeah, no, I would dilute it in oil and rub it on the face.
Oh,
Yes. Especially if it's a child or teenager or something like that. Yes. Yes. Straight, I mean, you can take it straight. I mean, you don't need that much. But it smells so strong, it's really potent. Look at these boxes. Isn't that nice? These are from Persia, I think. Persia or Saudi Arabia. And they're online, you can buy them. You put your resin in there. And they would go grab a piece of the resin and go treat somebody. Or you have a box that had an oil holder and a resin holder. And they knew what to do. Okay? Dental problems, all kinds of dental problems. Abscess, toothache, gingivitis, and bad breath. You can chew it, you can make frankincense or myrrh toothpaste, gums, and all this stuff, and it heals the gums, periodontal disease, all kinds of things. Freshens the breath, fights cavity-causing bacteria. It can be combined with water, other oils, or food oils, which I should have put there. You can make a really effective mouthwash with it, add a few drops with it. You can add baking soda and make your own all-natural toothpaste. Okay? I also just put baking soda and charcoal in a little dish and dip my toothbrush in it and then brush. Okay, your own toothpaste. We're so used to just going by this stuff. You want salad dressing and make it in 2 minutes. What herbs you want? Dill, oregano, Buddha herb, apple cider vinegar, you're done. That's what they do. They learn to make their own stuff. Okay? Then it's more medicinal and organic. Mental health. Universal remedy. And just the inhalation has cured depression and things. So in Egypt, very big on it. They would put people on raw food, all fruit diet. They would massage you with oil, and then they would do inhalation therapy for depression, anxiety attacks, all this type of stuff. So it's like rescue remedy. It's like hypericum needle for insect bites, aphids. It's like these other. It has pieces of a lot of remedies. So I don't think anyone's ever found the end of what it can do. Okay? Stress and myrrh, very simple. Depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. And it also promotes mental clarity. And that's why a lot of monks and yogis and priests use it. Just like the bacopa, it improves their meditation. It set them in the mood, for the spiritual practice. Anxiety promotes deep breathing. The breathing becomes deeper as you're more relaxed. Okay? You add a few drops of oil to an oil burner and add a few drops of oil to water and you inhale it. Okay? The herbalists in the United States would stay outside of vinegar, put a teaspoon in water on the stove, put a towel over it, and breathe in apple cider vinegar. And clear out all their sinuses and all that. Go to work. Okay? But frankincense is similar. Respiratory problems again. It helps get rid of phlegm in the lungs. It's good for old smokers. They have an old cough, smoker's cough and that type of thing, bronchitis. It's very good in the bathtub. It has a spiritual bath. Humidifiers. You can have a child with all kinds of problems, emotional problems, allergies, asthma. Put a drop or two in that and it sprays it through the room. Okay? We can put rescue remedies in there and spray it through the room. Or you can actually put a water bottle, put a drop or two in there, and just spray the room. Clears the room. The child goes to sleep. You don't have to put it on, or you put it right on their feet. Especially around kidney one. They just don't like that. The real spot is kidney one. Right in the middle of the ball of the foot. Okay. And the spot on the hand, go to acupuncture point. You take your middle finger, and where it touches there, and that's that pericardium 6 or 8 one. And that's the Mars point. That's the moon point. And it's very powerful. You put the oil there, or you can tap that point to stimulate your immune system. Okay? That's why we do a lot of clapping in Qigong, and we punch that point. We do a lot of stuff to keep that point open. And that point starts closing down, and we have the immune system. Cold coming on, you hit that point. The digestive point's right here. Okay? You take your thumb treat, you put it in the web right there, and you go there, and right there is for all the digestive problems. You're on the airplane, you just hold that. No nausea, no getting gas and blood, and you hold it. Stimulates the digestion. Okay? All of this lung stuff, it's spectrum, so that means it's more of a mercury, remedy, probably Mercury, Jupiter, or something like that with the point. Spectrum for coughs, colds, mucus, and everything. It helps get rid of mucus. When you dilute this one drop in a big thing of water, there's no antidote or smell or homeopathy. And most of that applies to higher potency. The higher potency, the more sensitive it is to coffee and odors and this type of stuff. Okay? Well, these are things you tried remedies that didn't work. You could try the incense, the oil, the inhalation therapy. Bronchitis, they also added with eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil has 500 uses. Unbelievable oil. Skin care. Okay, Frankincense promotes regeneration of skin tissue and healthy cells. Excellent choice for reducing wrinkles, especially crow's feet and stuff around the eyes. So there's a lot of very expensive cosmetics that sneak Boswelia in there. It sounds scientific in it. Okay. It helps fade scars, acne, stretch scars from surgery, from pregnancy, scars after boils, acne scars, and all this stuff. You just rub it right on daily, a couple times a day. You'll see the skin get rejuvenated. And discolorations of the skin, too dark, too light, you can also help. Okay? All I want to say that. Now we're going to do the Qigong. More precious than gold. Now we can buy it cheaper than gold. This is another 3-minute Qigong you can do right in your chair. I don't know if you're ready for this one. Yeah, you better put that computer down.